Children, now let's take the same example, division of polynomials, but this time we are going to go by synthetic division. Now those who are learning synthetic division for the first time, kindly pay attention because the method slightly changes to that of actual division. We are not going to do actual division as we have learned earlier. Synthetic division is totally different than actual division. Kindly pay attention. So, as I stated in my previous example also, when we went for actual division, see to it that your dividend should be in the standard form, right? Synthetic division demands that first. It is very much mandatory when it comes to synthetic division that your dividend should be in standard form. If it is not in standard form, very first thing is what you are supposed to do is make it into standard form. I have already explained you what standard form is in my previous video. So here we just write down the standard form. What is the standard form? The standard form is going to be x cube plus 0x square minus 7x plus 6 is getting divided by x minus 2. Right, children? Now what we do so? Kindly pay attention, children. Now what we do so? What is the coefficient of x cube? Can you tell me please what is the coefficient of x cube? The coefficient of x cube is 1. Nothing given, so we are going to take it as 1. Coefficient of x square, 0. That of x, minus 7. And the constant is plus 6. Now, why did I say that? That's what our synthetic division initializes with. What we are supposed to do is, after writing the dividend in standard form, we are supposed to draw lines, a vertical line and a horizontal line in this fashion. How long should be the vertical line? Say around 4-5 lines, not more than that. 4 lines, more than enough. Then, in the very first line, you are going to write down all the coefficients along with the constant. So, what is the coefficient? 1. Second is 0. Keep a space. Then comes minus 7. And then comes plus 6. Even if you don't want to write down plus, fine. But whenever there is minus, see to it that you write down that minus. Yes, we need that. It is but natural obvious that when we don't have sign, it is always considered as plus. If you want to write down, no problem. So what have we done? We first drew a vertical line followed by a horizontal line. How long should be the vertical line? Around 4 lines. And 1 line is what we are going to make it as a horizontal. So we need to have 1 line here. Thereafter, we have written all the coefficients. What next? Whatever is the divisor over here, x minus 2, we are going to look at the constant part. What is the constant part? It is minus 2. It is minus 2. Always take opposite sign of that, plus 2. Always. So, sir, if here it would be plus 2, I would have taken minus 2. Sir, why we do so? The reason is the divisor always needs to be equated with 0. The divisor always needs to be equated with 0. So, we write down plus 2 over here. Right, children? Now what to do? Now follow this arrow sign. Do not do all these arrows in your answer sheet. This is the very first sum. So I am doing all these kinds of arrows. You do not do all these arrows. Please do not do all these arrows. Now what you need to do is bring your first term exactly down. So what is my first term? My first term is plus 1. So bring that first term down. 1. What next? Next is you will multiply 2 into 1 and write down here 2 1 times is 2. Once again, always bring the first term down, then 2 into that first term, whatever is the answer here. Next step, always add, irrespective what sign is here, always add. 0 plus 2, 2. So 0 plus 2, 2. Always add. Next, again in the same fashion, 2 into 2 will give me 4. So write down 4 here. Next, always add. So minus 7 plus 4. Minus 7 plus 4 is minus 3. Next, 2 into minus 3 is going to give me minus 6. 2 into minus 3 is going to give me minus 6. What did sir say? Sir said always add. So when you add 6 and minus 6, ultimately what you get remainder as 0. So whatever you get as the last one, by default it has to be a remainder. Whatever you get last one, by default it has to be a remainder. Now children, this is very important. Whatever you get last is a remainder and you have to box it. You have to box it. So whatever is there inside the box shall consider as remainder. Right? So once again for the last time, all the coefficients of the dividend, whatever is a divisor, opposite sign of that, right? First term as it is, 2 into 1, 2, always add. 2 2s are 4, always add. 2 into minus 3 is minus 6, add. Now what is this children then? What is this? If you are thinking that what is this? This is termed as quotient in coefficient form. Quotient in coefficient form. I'll just write down it is 1, 2, minus 3. Quotient in coefficient form. 1, 2, minus 3. Now I need to write down the same quotient in index form. Quotient in index form. So since my variable is x, so my index form will always have variable x. Now how to calculate? Please pay attention. I'll check how many numbers are there. Numbers, terms. 1, 2, 3. How many terms are there? 3 terms. Not because I have 3 here. No. How many terms are there? Count. 1, 2 and 3. So since there are 3 terms, always, now whatever I'm going to say, it's always, whatever number of terms you count, minus 1 will be the highest degree of the quotient. Whatever the number of terms are there, minus 1. Sir, minus 1 every time? Yes. Will be the highest degree of the quotient. So there are 3 terms, minus 1, 2. So x square is the highest degree. Having coefficient 1, so answer is 1x square. Immediately the next to follow with plus sign. So plus 2x. X square done, degree 1 done, what remains is constant. If you don't want to write down this one, doesn't make any difference. Your answer is x square plus 2x minus 3. So your index form is x square plus 2x minus 3. What is the remainder? Remainder is 0. Now you can very well write down, as we have learnt, that dividend is equals to quotient into divisor plus remainder. Here the remainder is 0, need not write down. So final answer is dividend, which is x cube minus 7x plus 6 is equals to, what is our quotient? Quotient is x square plus 2x minus 3 into divisor, which is x minus 2. Remainder over here is 0, so we are not going to write down. Now I know that there are many students who might have this particular question in their mind. What if the divisor and the variable x has some kind of coefficient ahead of it? Say here it is x minus 2. So say for example, if it were to be 3x minus 2, what would have been the case? There is a mild change in the methodology, mild change though, right? That's what we are going to see in our next slide.